This is the GD-888 series of carbon dioxide analyzers. You can unplug it from the charger, although it will work 24 hours a day on AC. On battery power, approximately 4 to 5 hours with pump on. There's a 1% version, 10%, and 100. The GD-888-FS3 is a fire suppression 3-point unit made up of 3 of these 100% version units. If you want to make sure that any of the units are working correctly, when you turn on the unit and you turn off the pump and flow naturally, 99.9 or 99.99% carbon dioxide gas, and the display does not go and stay eventually at 99.9, you need to perform a calibration. When you first turn on the unit, it tells you it's CA instruments, the version, the serial number, and the range. GD-888-100, serial number, and it's the GD-100 version. Shows you the gas. You can turn the light on and off by pushing and holding. Every time it beeps, the light is turning on and off. The pump itself, you can turn on and off, same thing. You hold it, beep, and the pump is off. Beep, pump is running. While the pump is off, if you introduce a cylinder of the 99.9 or 99.99% carbon dioxide gas and the display does not go, then you should do a calibration. To perform a calibration, this is exactly what you must do. The unit needs to be off. On the side is a little protective cap. You can take the cap off and it should always be on, and don't touch anything unless you must perform a calibration. And there is a hole, and there's a little switch that goes up or down. Down changes the alarm set, but on the fire suppression units, we usually have the alarm all the way up, so you should not do that. Leave it in the middle for now, and then turn on the unit, but before you do anything else, you wait. It's going to go through the test again, telling you it's the GD-100 version, GD-888 100%, and the serial number. Still, do not flip that switch on the side, and do not hit any buttons. Have it pull in natural gas. When it gets to this point, the first thing you now do is you flip the switch, and on the display it'll say the word calibrate. Now you once hit the pump key to turn it off, and the pump will not turn on until you get out of cal mode. You introduce with about half a liter a minute. You can go 0.2 liters a minute, but try to stick at the most half a liter a minute of 99.9% cal gas. It must be 99.9 or 99.99, and it must be carbon dioxide for the 100% version. Turn on the gas, and the display will go up. It should go to 99.9, but however, it sometimes takes a little bit to get there. It could sometimes hit it and settle down, so you should wait sometimes even a minute to make sure it stays at 99.9. If it doesn't, or if it goes down, then you would hit the keys up and hold, and it climbs, or down. You would never really do down because it won't go past 99.9. So if it's reading 99.4, 99.6, and it is not bouncing up and down, and it's staying in one spot, you get it to read 99.9. No adjustments are needed. The next thing you now do, before you do anything else, is you flip the switch back down in the middle. The calibrate goes off. The pump is off. The gas is still flowing, saying it's 99.9. If I turn off the gas, turn on the pump, it should go back down to 0 in clean air. Put the cap back on, making sure the switch is in the middle so it doesn't say calibrate or alarm set. It sometimes will still beep, so you can turn it off one more time. And now, when you turn it on and it goes through all those tests, it is calibrated. You can check it again when it goes through by turning off the pump and introducing the gas and seeing that it does go there. Then you can confirm your unit is calibrated. Roughly clean air should be around 0.0%. Pump off, introducing 99.99 CO2. The unit reads 99.99 CO2. You have it calibrated. You do that with all three of the units in a fire suppression 3-point, and you now have a completely calibrated 3-point unit. You can turn it off, put it back down in the case, reconnect the power, and your data logger, and then turn it on and get your sampling. It is usually more precise if the units have been on for a few minutes before you start taking your readings, so they all can equilibrate and get proper readings, but they should all be the same if turned on the same time, if all calibrated the same procedure. They should all be extremely close of each other. That concludes the calibration portion of the GD units.